Welcome to Austin Underground's 24/7 special, a yearly tradition that happens here at TSTV, where we broadcast live in the studio for a complete week with no advertisements or breaks to raise awareness for support studentvoices.org to encourage our viewers to donate to Texas student media. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Doreen. We have a lot in store for y'all with the 2014 themed episode, so get comfy as we dive into philosophy of Lana Del Rey, analyze 5 Seconds of Summer's career, rank Arctic Monkeys albums, and discuss Shawn Mendes, and play a 2014 themed Emoji Game. But first, roll the intro.
Legendary band Pink Floyd have released their first song in decades in order to support Ukraine. In a series of tweets, the band announced that the single is called Hey Hey Rise Up and features a singer of Ukrainian band Boombox. This is the band's first song released since 1994, and all the proceeds from the song will go to Ukraine humanitarian relief. The song also features a music video that you can check out on Pink Floyd's YouTube channel.
For all the country music fan, Willie Nelson's 4th of July fireworks and picnic will be held this year in person at Q2 Stadium here in Austin. This will be the first in-person concert at the new stadium and features star-studded lineup with the likes of Brothers Osborne, Asleep of the Wheel, Allison Russell, and many other great artists. For 10 hours, attendees can see the artists, get food and drinks, and end the night with fireworks. Tickets for the events go on sale April 15th at 10 a.m. on Q2's stadium website.
The person who shot Ryan Fisher, Lady Gaga's dog walker, was mistakenly released from jail. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department website said he was released on April 6th, the reason being the case had been dismissed. However, apparently, this was an administrative error after the case needed to be refiled. Luckily, Fisher is expected to make a full recovery after he was shot 4 times while walking Gaga's French bulldogs.
Worlds are colliding with Australia because of Tame Impala's Kevin Parker has joined childhood classic The Wiggles on stage to help them perform a cover of Tame Impala's song Elephant and Hot Potato, which is not a Tame Impala song for any indie boys out there who wanted to claim they knew it before it was famous. The Wiggles went #1 in Australia with their version of Elephant. When asked about on onstage collaboration, Parker said, "I knew it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so it was an obvious yes. The Wiggles are the real rock stars of the world. I was pretty nervous."
K-pop band Ace's YouTube channel was hacked and then deleted on April 10th. Fans online were watching the hacking unfold as the hackers were deleting the boy band's videos and replacing them with videos about cryptocurrency and Elon Musk. The record label for the group, Beat Interactive, was also hacked. In a statement released by the record label, they said that all of the login tools, secondary email addresses, recovery phone numbers, two-step verification backup code, etc., have been changed. They added that they have reached out to YouTube and Google regarding the issue.
After a recent copyright lawsuit, Ed Sheeran is now recording all of his writing sessions to prevent future lawsuits. The reason Sheeran records those songwriting sessions is so that there is any copyright claim. The footage can be watched to determine if there's anything there or not. Sheeran also said that his songwriting process has been changed because of recent copyright lawsuits. Instead of just celebrating writing a song, he says he has to stand back and look at the songs more closely.
Now, let's tune in to Mia and Samaya, who will be dissecting the philosophy of Lana Del
Hi, I'm Mia.
And I'm Samaya.
So, ever since Lana Del Rey's rise to fame, she's been criticized for her romanticization of abuse and glamorization of insanity. And although there's truth to both arguments, Lana's artistry cannot be entirely defined as an injustice to women or a horrible influence to young girls. Do we think Lana romanticizes abuse? Personally, I think she writes from the perspective of Persona, a character that transcends herself. But at a time when fans are obsessed with celebrity culture, it feels impossible to ask listeners to detach the artist from their music, the poet from their poems. We try to immerse ourselves completely into the lives of celebrities. We don't bother to consider how their poetry is not an exact reflection of themselves.
Lana Del Rey's discography covers dark themes in a nostalgic cinematic fashion. Early albums in her discography present a persona of sorts, an anti-heroine rejoicing in her own pain and sadness, but later works are far more raw and autobiographical in nature. The lyrics featured in her early songs reflect a certain caricature. By comparing two songs, Off to the Races and California, one can see Del Rey's progression as a writer. Both tracks are excellent, but the former is told through the lens of a mentally ill, codependent young woman, and the latter indicates emotional maturity and acceptance.
Lana isn't the first person to have ever written about abusive love, from a narrator that is so utterly blinded by their passion. Writers exploit this concept daily. It's literally my favorite type of poetry. The hysterical lover, the hopeless romantic that latches onto whatever smidge of optimism they have left.
So what other themes does Lana cover in her work? Her work bridges the gap between old and new, often combining orchestral samples with hip-hop drums to create her own distinct brand of alternative Americana. Del Rey is a uniquely American artist, no different than Bruce Springsteen. Her music criticizes and celebrates the prominent aspects of our culture, such as the pitfalls of capitalism, the glamour of Hollywood, all while wearing her own femininity like a badge. She crafts a cocktail blend of both nihilism and hedonism through an internal search for an American dream that doesn't actually exist. A walking contradiction of rugged romanticism, she stands out in an era where female pop musicians are indistinguishable from one another. She's both cynical and patriotic, and that's just what we need to keep us on our toes.
I think Lana, like all great poets and artists, does not adapt herself to fit society's ideas of acceptable. She will not censor her artistry in face of this new culture that walks on eggshells around controversial subjects. She is bold, she is authentic, she is contrarian. Her artistry is essential. We need artists that are free to roam the dark realms. We need characters that maybe repulse us, terrify us, reflect us.
So why is Lana Del Rey important to you?
Okay, so as I just said about how Lana's creation of a character that is free to be evil or ugly or even unconventional, I think it's through these personas that we find ourselves, be it pathetic or problematic. She provides a comfort that, although may not be correct or traditional, it feels true. I'm not going to say that everything she says is a reflection of me. It's not even a reflection of herself. But I admire her ability to create such a beautiful depiction of draining love. I don't listen to Lana to feel the sudden need to be in pain and in love. I listen to Lana because I feel like I'm always in pain and in love.
I started listening to Lana Del Rey in middle school, and I still do to this day. Her work has had a huge influence in how I interpret both pop culture and nostalgia. She also helps me explore my American identity, something I feel is widely ignored in today's mainstream discourse.
What is your favorite Lana song?
My personal favorite would have to be Off to the Races.
Okay.
What about you?
From Born to Die, I've been listening to that song like repeatedly, just because I love when like it gets a little fast. I don't know what I'm talking about, but like Watch Me in the Bedroom, Bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't want to get censored, but I think from that album I like Ride, and from her recent album I cannot stop listening to Black Bathing Suit. She's like, he said I was bad. Let me show you how bad girls do. I did not say that song just to say that on air, but that is my favorite song from that one.
I also really like West Coast. It's a
Okay,
good track.
that was really good. I love the transition in that song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure we should. Well, I think Lana's character is someone that unfortunately I find reflection in, even though it is like gruesome and not very conventional. I guess I said earlier. Oh, how how would you describe Lana to other people?
I would describe her as a unique songstress, and I think that's all the time we have for today. Back to the host.
Songstress is a great word.
Wow, I'd never thought about Lana Del Rey that way. So much to think about. Let's check out what Mary and Caitlin have to say about the evolution of 5 Seconds of Summer's career.
Hey guys, Mary and I are here to discuss the, I didn't think it was controversial, but Mary has some opinions about 5 Seconds of Summer's career. So, Mary, what do you have to say?
I think, okay, so they've been around forever, and they've been known for being like a pop punk boy band.
Yeah.
And I'm on Five Sauce Twitter because I have no life.
Okay.
And I just think a lot of people deem this new, like these new 3 most recent singles as more of like pop. And like people are kind of holding it against them because when they're like 17, 18, 19, they're like, no, we're punk. Like, and then people are like, wow, like look at them, like selling their view, like morals for like views, because now they're making
Really?
pop music. But it's like, did they pull an Ed Sheeran?
I don't know. Okay, personally, I feel like they haven't been doing like pop punk in a long time.
No.
I feel like Sounds Good Feels Good, second album, like what was it, 2016
Yeah,
or
it was
something?
like 20, yeah.
Like 2016, they had already kind of, not completely, but you could see they were starting to like leave that image behind. So I feel like they haven't been that pop punk boy band since their first album. So personally, I think that these singles make natural sense for the progression of their band that they've been going.
Yeah.
Like, based off of Calm, these singles, I'm like, yes, this makes sense.
I see what you mean too, and I feel like when like it went from Sounds Good Feels Good to Youngblood, and that was like the finalization that they're like, it kind of like let people know that this is their new like voice.
Yeah.
And it was like really interesting watching them make Youngblood, because I feel like in the beginning people were really iffy about that too, but then it ended up being like one of their most successful albums. Like I think like Youngblood, like the single,
Yeah.
like broke charts, and then Calm came out, and I know it had a lot of success too, but for some reason with these newest singles, like people find them more of like a generic pop song.
Really?
Yeah, which is interesting because I guess you could say like Youngblood could have been deemed as a generic
Yeah,
pop
that's
song.
what I was gonna say.
But it was good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry.
No, you're good. Mary and I were talking earlier. We were gonna coordinate.
Oh my
Did-
no, I didn't. Next week.
Yeah, next week when we have this discussion again, we will coordinate. I feel like people who are like, oh, these are generic pop, like, did you hear the lead singles off of Youngblood and Calm? Like, clearly they're going for like radio hits
Yeah.
with the lead singles, and then like on the deep tracks, that's where you get the sound that we're used to. And they're not good. They're not bad first singles off of it. Like, I would listen to this based off of the singles.
I also feel like singles are made to like hook the widest
Yes,
audience they can
yes.
get. So like with almost every album, most artists usually just do a song that most people will enjoy. So I think honestly like maybe the hits will just get popular, and then the singles become popular, and like the other songs on the album become like just within the Five Sauce community, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Youngblood.
Yeah, like, you know, you have people on Twitter being like, I don't like this, blah, blah, blah.
I love Twitter.
I love Twitter too, but let's be real, sometimes it's a toxic place.
Oh, absolutely.
So you could ask yourself, is Five Sauce in their flop era? I don't think they are. I think this is just their natural progression as a band.
I think my final thoughts are, I don't think they're in their flop era. It's just making me feel old that
Yeah.
they're not making stuff like they're self-titled anymore, but I still support them. I will be seeing them in June, and so should you.
I'm going to try to see them with my sister.
Do it.
And on that note, let's go check out what Jacob and Dorian are doing.
After such a I'm glad we covered this very important. Now, let's see what
Guys,
Hi,
we're here. I'm Livia,
I'm Mia.
and we're gonna be ranking Arctic Monkeys albums. So, I guess to start with, we can talk about your least favorites. Our least favorites.
I think my least favorite, unfortunately, is either Humbug. I know that's what's so close to you, or their first album. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. There is two songs on the album that like I hold very close to me.
Which two?
But, um, I'm literally.
I don't know the
Okay,
names either.
from the Ritz
Okay,
to
yeah.
the
Rebel.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm like a poser right now. I'm being called out.
No, those are hard to remember.
And there's like another sad one.
Okay, okay. I can see where you're coming from with whatever people say, and that's what I'm not. That one could be, it's lower for me, like second to last.
They come out really strong with that one. Like it's very much like British rock.
Yeah, it's a good debut, but
Yeah.
it's not their best. So I can agree with you. I can put that one. But Humbug, why?
Also, it's like there is some I like enjoy a lot, but I wouldn't say it is also my top. Like my top is strongly Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. I just think that was so sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's not too hard. It's definitely very much like on a softer side. But I think it's just the themes that they explore that I love so much. Like the
Yeah.
whole apocalypse vibe, the whole like. They talk a lot about the digital age. Like they mention VRs.
Yeah.
Or like.
Technological advances.
Yeah, like I love that. I love techno pessimism. That's what it is. I freaking love that so much.
I think it's really cool how in that album they gave it a theme, they gave it a concept, or I guess like Alex gave it a concept, and they stuck with it for like the whole tour. They had like vintage instruments. He built a model to go on the cover. They had like a persona that was fitting like this 70s
true.
lounge singer. So for that, it's like my favorite era.
Okay.
But just plain music wise, I would have to go Humbug.
That's
but
fair.
I love just like the world of Tranquility Base.
Yeah. I honestly like even if it's mainstream, AM would be literally my second. Like
AM is
it's freaking great.
I used to fall asleep to AM like every night.
Fall asleep.
I think it's like relaxing, like especially in the middle.
Okay.
With, like
sure.
mad sounds and
Yeah, those
whatever
are so
else
beautiful.
is next to it, and like knee socks.
I listened to it like in completion a couple days ago because I just wanted to like hear it again. I was like, this is really shook me to my core when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I want to know? Just reminds me of like realizing you're gay in middle school. That's what it is for me. Like thinking about your best friend and stuff.
Do I want to know? Is definitely like when I first got into them, I listened to all of Favorite Worst Nightmare. And then I heard Do I Want to Know, and it was the first of their newer songs that I'd heard, and I was like, wow, this is so good. And then it got so overplayed, or like it already was overplayed by the time I heard it, and I was like, I don't like that song anymore. But now I love it again because it's just so good.
Favorite Worst Nightmare is probably my third favorite.
Okay.
Because I love Only Ones Who Know.
That one, yeah.
Number one party anthem.
Do you like
Fluorescent-
505?
Of
I feel
course.
like some people are like, I don't like 505.
Whoa. 505 is like a top.
Yeah, I think people are just trying to be like different because 505 is great. But what do you think about Suck It and See?
Second in C is Love is a Laser Quest, right? That's the
Yeah.
Okay, I would put that one kind of high just because Love is a Laser Quest is one of my favorite songs by them.
Really?
I think that lyricism is so beautiful. The whole idea of like, just how do I even describe it? Just like when you look into the mirror to remind yourself you're there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Love is a Laser Quest is a great song, but I'm just not like it's my least favorite album. Just none of the songs are like great to me.
Yeah, that's the only ones because like there's like She's Thunderstorms, like Brick by Brick. They're like they do it, but they're not like as strong as the other ones.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and back to the hosts.
AU Shawn Mendes listeners, Mary, Caitlin, and Lily are going to talk about his music and what they think about how it's changed over his career. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey guys, me and Mary are back.
And I'm here too.
Yeah, we're now joined by Lily. We have some hot takes on Shawn Mendes.
Yeah.
Ladies, what do we have to say?
I'm so excited to have this conversation.
Me too.
It's like my childhood getting crushed.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
For so long, I was so embarrassed by how much I loved Shawn Mendes. In 10th grade, I listened to him so much. that he's still my #1 listened to artist on Spotify, and I haven't listened to him since 10th grade. So just think about how much I listened to him in 10th grade.
No, yeah, like he performed at ACL in 2018, and me and my friend like camped out to get barricade to see him. Like that's how down bad we were.
Yeah, I got to see him summer before junior year, I think, and that was like my birthday present and my Christmas present. We were like front row. It was crazy.
No, and he's like amazing. I feel like, I don't know, did y'all see him live for Handwritten, like his first ever album?
I did. I have somehow ended up at every single Shawn Mendes
Me too.
concert in
I've
Houston.
seen every album.
But yeah, I saw him, I think it was the Houston Rodeo when he performed Handwritten. So this was like, he's a nobody, you know, like people who are big but not like huge perform at the rodeo unless they're like George Strait and they're like the king of music. Yeah. But I saw him there and I was like in love, and I continued to see his shows, Handwritten, Illuminate, self-titled.
Yeah, and then
And
now
then
it's like
Wonder came out and I was excited, and then I was
Wonder
like,
so disappointing.
Yeah.
this album is forgettable at best.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's
I
just
had
like,
to say it.
you don't realize you're in, like, I wish I could appreciate the Handwritten tour and the Illuminate tour more.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like,
His earlier stuff is definitely so much better.
Yeah.
Like even on Shawn Mendes, like it took like maybe 2 or 3 listens for me to be like, okay, this is a good album.
Yeah.
But literally the first time I heard Wonder and every single time I've heard it after that, I'm
It's
like,
just-
it doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't.
And it might be because I'm not a Camila Cabello fan,
Oh.
and the entire
Yeah.
album's about her. But what do you think?
wait, is,
I don't know. I'm also not a Camila Cabello
yeah, I'm
fan.
not, did y'all like Senorita though?
Yeah.
It was a bop.
It was
No.
it was a bop.
What?
No,
I
they played
mean-
it too much.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I get like
I
it's
just-
way overplayed, but it's pretty good, I'd say.
Do y'all think he's in his like sellout era though? Because I feel like once he got a taste of like Stitches, and then There's Nothing Holding Me Back, and then Mercy, and then did he have any hits off his self-titled?
Self-taught.
He had Nervous was kind of a hit.
Yeah,
Nervous, was it?
but I feel like
the
Yeah.
one, like everything. If I Can't Have You.
if I Can't Have You,
Yeah.
But
and then
that wasn't on his self-titled.
That
That was
was
like
like
a
a single.
single.
yeah, I feel like his self-titled wasn't that successful to where like Senorita made up for it. I feel like
Yeah.
he just got that high that he's just like wanting to make hits now.
Yeah,
which is
I've,
sad.
I've heard a lot of people like being like he's trying to be like Harry Styles, which I kind of see. Like even in his latest single, it sounds very like off-brand Walmart Harry Styles.
I can see that. I mean, I think definitely these new singles show promise from
yeah, better than Wonder.
the
for
garbage
sure.
fire that Wonder was.
Yeah.
But so hopefully
Fingers
this
crossed.
is like
He's coming to
a
Austin.
redemption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was
maybe-
just here for
Yeah.
South by.
Yeah, maybe
So-
this will be his like redemption era. I don't
I
know
hope
though.
so.
I don't know. I feel like once you hit your peak, you can't go up again. And I'm worried.
know.
I genuinely believe Illuminate and like Handwritten were like some of his
They
best
were
work.
so good. Yeah, those are definitely my favorite albums. his
Yeah,
first
it
ones.
like makes me sad. Maybe I just need to get over that I'm aging.
I know.
I just need to get over it.
Maybe like
yeah.
it's not as good as we think it was.
'Cause we were,
but
like,
it
what,
was great when we were
14?
like 14,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah, obviously. Like, yeah, maybe
Of course, everything was great then.
But
Of course, we loved him then.
those are our hot takes for Shawn Mendes. Let's hop back over to the hosts.
Well, those were some hot takes in the Shawn Mendes discussion. Our last segment for this special episode is a 2014 Emoji Game with Mary, Livia, and Lily. Let's tune in.
Hey guys, me and Mara are back. We're joined by Livia now.
Hi.
So we're gonna be playing an emoji game. This time it's 2014 themed.
Yeah. Did y'all have a Tumblr then?
No,
I was never on Tumblr.
I was never
What?
on Tumblr either.
This might
But
be
I
a
like
little-
was got the vibe. I'm like kind of scared. To
I'm
be
like
honest.
kind of scared. For y'all.
Twitter.
Some of them are very easy, and some of them even I forgot what I put.
Oh god.
I feel
Okay.
like I might not know, but we'll see.
Are we doing like raise a hand?
We can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
no.
some of them are. Okay. First one. Okay.
Ghosts.
By who?
Is that a 5 Seconds of Summer song or like a One Direction song? I feel like it's like a boy band.
No, it was an artist big in like the Tumblr era.
Ooh.
Though. Yeah.
Ghosts by American. What's their name? I can think. American authors.
No.
No.
This was like their era.
Their era.
Like blue hair.
Was it Halsey?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it was Ghost by Halsey. This
Oh.
one's easy. Okay, yeah.
Lily
Go.
was first.
505 Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
Even though Olivia's our resident Arctic Monkey stan, I got it before her.
It's okay.
Okay, this one's also easy.
Video Games by Lana Del Rey.
Perfect, see? Guys, you're doing great. Don't overthink this. Do not.
Yeah, I really just overthought it.
I have a lot to say about this band, so if you need any hints.
Band. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, could we get a hint?
Lead singer obnoxious. Never closes his mouth. Okay, go.
Sweater Weather Neighborhood?
No, I like the neighborhood. What
Okay.
I feel like it might be a Panic! At the Disco song.
No, oh, I forgot. They're annoying
Okay.
too. No, like
Who was annoying?
like their lead singer just like everyone's like, what's the biggest mistake they made? And honestly, I think it's letting their lead singer like open his mouth.
Is it like The Strokes?
No, kind of same energy though.
Okay, same energy.
Like like they were honestly probably the most popular band in like this era besides Arctic Monkeys.
I just think of like 5 Seconds of Summer, and
They were more like the neighborhood.
More like the neighbors.
They have a
More
legendary like
indie.
Square as their thing.
Square.
I feel like I might not know this.
Their
band.
name is a
think of
year.
this.
Their name is a year.
Oh, the 1975.
Yeah.
But I don't know what song.
Really? Okay. Can I just tell y'all?
Yeah, just we're not.
It's just girls.
Oh.
I don't know
But
that
Maddie
song.
Healy's annoying. All
Yeah.
those actors like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even know that.
This one had this era by the throat. Don't overthink this one either. Actually by the throat.
It kind of. I think there's like a Lorde song,
It is.
but I don't know the name.
I
Of
know.
No.
it. Like Crown Jewel.
No. It's not really literary. It's like what they represent. Like what she sings about. It was the biggest hit.
Royals.
Yeah. It was like her biggest hit off of
Royals.
Pure
Yes.
Heroin.
Okay.
Okay, speed round. This one is literal. Like literally.
Cigarette Daydreams.
Yes, guys,
By Cage
look.
Elephant. Sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
No, it's okay.
Okay, this one.
Oh.
Literal too. This one's. I almost told you. Sorry. You kept saying the band.
Five Sauce?
Yeah.
I don't know any.
Also,
Five
their
Sauce
biggest
songs.
hit
Oh,
of this
oh.
era. Okay.
Wait, but this wasn't their biggest hit. Never mind.
I don't know any Five Sauce songs.
And
Like,
what?
I don't know the names.
I almost said, wait.
Not amnesia.
I almost said Anesthesia.
It's like their big like pop like. This is honestly what made them famous. No offense.
Oh. She looks so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did know that
Um,
song. Summertime Sadness.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a Lana stan?
Sort of. Not really. But I used to be.
This one this one's a little harder, but I heard you talk about it earlier, so that gets.
So
I'm
some
really.
Arctic Monkeys?
Yeah, I'm really bad about like not telling y'all.
Do I
because-
want to know?
Yeah. See.
Do I want to know?
Okay, that was the last one.
Wow.
Thank you all
okay,
so
we
much.
did pretty good, honestly.
For, yeah, like the last
I'm
Emoji
proud of
Game
us.
was a little bit of a
I know.
mess.
We
but
did
this
way
one
better than last time.
Went so good. Back to our host.
To close out this special episode of AU, we want to recognize a very special member of this show. This week, we would like to recognize Michaela for her diligent and continuous help in Master Control. We appreciate all you do for the show.
Thank you so much. That's it for this show. As always, be sure to check out our social media, YouTube, and our website, austinunderground.org, for all our latest projects and content. Until next time.
Bye.